Hey there, Madrix here. Sorry guys, I have a cold, so my voice is going to be sounding in and out, but going right into the topic, we want to talk right about PlayStation and them losing about 2 million subscribers, just about, from the service revamp since PlayStation Plus has been revamped into having tiers and the price increases on those. So just want to talk a little bit about that. Now, in the beginning, I was not excited about this at all, and I was not happy. I did not have any videos talking about my disdain for it. Even though I did have a video created, I just chose not to upload it. That's just me. I'm a perfectionist. I don't like uploading certain videos. But anyway, I've said it on the podcast, though, with Legend, that I'm not really interested in this service. It's a bad look for Sony. I know they were trying to compete against Game Pass because they saw that it was working in Microsoft's favor with having older games from the past gen on the Game Pass service. But what I didn't like that Sony did about it, they tried to monopolize it in a certain kind of way. And what I felt like they did wrong was having the tiers of, the tiers for services. I just went ahead and stuck with Essential. Mine doesn't expire until 2024. And at a point, it was kind of dumb, too, that Sony knocked off the stacking for about a month and a half or a month. But either way, to each his own. It was something that PlayStation fans didn't ask for. And why? Because a lot of them either are fanboys who don't care about older games, or they're really hardcore fans, just as myself, big fans of PlayStation, and still play on the older consoles and on the older games. Hell, I even used the same argument, and I know I hate to sound like a broken record, but you could basically, if you had the original PlayStation 3 console that was backwards compatible with all past gen PlayStation games from the 1 and the 2 era, you could play those games on there. On top of it, you could even play games buy those games from the PlayStation Store, which is still up and active right now. If you just have a PlayStation Slim or the other PlayStation 3 console, I cannot remember. I know it's the one where you have to open the disc drive up. I can't think right now. Sorry, guys. Getting back into it, though. You didn't have to have this. It should never happen in the first place. They could have just brought those games over to the marketplace, and that would have been all fine and dandy. And like what I'm saying is that PlayStation's approach, Sony's approach to backwards compatible, having games backwards compatible on the PlayStation 5 console is so ass backwards, and it's so weird in a lot of ways, and I do not like it. They know, listen, I get the high demand that a lot of fans want PlayStation 3 games to be backwards compatible on the current gen consoles. And I understand, from a technical point of view, I understand it will cost them a lot more money to get those Blu-ray discs. That's why those games were so expensive. That's why it was so expensive in the beginning to have a PlayStation 3 console. That's why it was $600. I get it. I understand the whole sentiment behind it. But at least make it better, with the PS Now service, instead of playing those games over the cloud, because even no matter how good your internet is or whatnot, that still shit can still lag. Hell, me, myself, I want PlayStation 3 games to be backwards compatible on a PlayStation 5 console. There's no excuse that it shouldn't be. But at the same time, if there's the only way we can play these games digital, then that's cool. I will play them digital. All I'm asking is just make the experience a lot better. Make the user experience a lot better. Don't let it run on the cloud. Find another way for us. But anyway, getting back into it. I don't like their approach to this. And what I think a lot of fans realize, including myself, they realize they don't have to pay for that shit. They don't have to pay for those tiers. They can just play the PlayStation 3 console and play those past gen games on that for a lot cheaper than what PlayStation was having for the service. And anybody that's damage controlling that is, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to call them stupid. Maybe they're just fanboys or just people who just wanted to support the service. I have no judgment for them. But going back, I'm looking at the features it offer. I like the fact that there was trophies available for Siphon Filter. But do I really want to go back and get a platinum in Siphon Filter just to prove to people that I played it? No, I mean, it's not, it's nothing crazy about it. It's nothing new. I mean, I played through all the Siphon Filter games on the PlayStation 1 era. I didn't play through all of them, but 1 through 3. I mean, that's cool and all, but just for a tier service, I mean, come on, man, that's not enough for me. I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna upset some people when saying this, but I'm not too impressed by that. Hell, trophy collecting, gamer score, having a high gamer score, and all that really is just a hobby. It don't define who you are as a gamer, honestly. My platinum trophies and my gamer score on my Xbox account doesn't mean shit. But I'm not a big, I wasn't a big fan of that, even though I thought that was cool. But they could have just probably made another just one tier and say, hey, you guys can have access to all that. And the catalog on it wasn't even that good neither. I was not a big fan of that catalog that was on that service. They should have had older games available, other games available. And like the way they're going about it is kind of I'm not really a big fan of that neither. They could have had more games available day one of release besides Siphon Filter. Are you kidding me? The last-gen PlayStation consoles had a big catalog of games. I don't have time to list off all of them, but it's just a complete letdown. And it doesn't surprise me that this happened because gamers wasn't really getting much in return. I mean, I guess one thing I will say about one of the tiers is that you could test run games. You had a free trial. I think it was 30 minutes to an hour to play certain games before you decide if you wanted to buy it or not. And I mean, that was very user friendly. PlayStation didn't have to do that, but I like the fact that they did do that. But this doesn't surprise me at all. I'm not saying the service is bad. It just wasn't for me. I don't need to have it personally. And this isn't me gloating saying, well, because I own those pagination games, I don't need it. I'm too good for that service. It's not that. I understand certain people don't want to own these pagination consoles just to play those games. And I get the whole sentiment behind that. But from a business perspective, we knew that wasn't a good move. We knew no PlayStation fan was going to be too excited about that. Hell, a majority of my friends that I talk to who are primarily on PlayStation told me they just stuck with Essential. Some even just went to, tried the service out and said, okay, I'm going back to Essential. Because they didn't really care. They said whatever these tiers are offering, most of what was happening on all these tiers, I can get that from my PlayStation 3 console. Or I can go and just emulate at this point. So tell me what you guys think below in the comments. I know I'm very opinionated on this video. Sorry, my voice is going in and out. Hopefully I get rid of this cold soon. But I'm going to keep some more videos coming. If you're new here, give me a like. And if you're feeling even more nice, give me a sub. I really appreciate that. This is Drex, and I'm out.